Thank you for listening to the John Ed Heidi Show bonus hour. Excited to have Dr. Dan from Sioux Falls Hypnosis joining us in the studio. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. We talked last week about stress, and we kind of
social media action
tied that into social media.
Yeah.
And then you were telling you'd mentioned something on social media, and there was a little bit of a firestorm.
Right.
So let's dive into that if you're okay with it.
Well, because I think this is good wellness material. This is good community material. This is good mental health material.
What did you dare to say, Dr. Dan?
One of the things that troubles me about particularly social media, but the internet in general, the world of, everything that's out there right now, is there seems to be this pressure where it's men versus women. And it's increasingly becoming visible, at least to me, and I understand that I'm a slow learner.
Boys rule and girls drool. That's why that is.
That's
just kidding. just kidding. Want to make sure.
Send your email too. Anyway, so the idea is that, and the social media, particularly, but the internet is just rife with this.
Oh yeah.
Where men are talking about how hard it is to be men, and how women don't understand, and how they're how hard it is to be a man in the world, and then women are out there doing the very same thing. It's hard to be us, and this is why. And you know what? And both sides are true.
Yeah, it's hard to be anybody.
Both sides are. Yeah, it's hard to be a person in this world, and I understand that the culture has some issues. Trust me, I'm all down with that, and I also understand that there's plenty of violence and ugliness out there, and that's unacceptable. Period. Yeah. But beyond that, from a bigger picture, there's this idea that we can't. We're in opposition to each other, and we can't keep going at each other like this because, as you were just saying, it's hard to be a man in today's world, but it's hard to be a woman in today's world too. And we're both in the same boat. And rather than recognizing that and trying to meet in the middle and find some commonality and understand each other a little bit better and learn, what we're doing is we're setting ourselves up in opposition, and we're trying essentially to be, the way it looks on the internet is an attempt to be the biggest victim. Yeah. This is how hard it is for me, and you don't understand. And what happens is then I get to be right because I'm the most put upon or the most victimized. And I take nothing away from anybody's experiences.
Exactly.
Please hear that. I take nothing away from anybody's experience.
I hear what you're saying, and I hope others do too.
Right. Yeah. But that can't be. Nothing will happen from there. Nothing good will come from that.
How do you win? There's not a win there.
Well, you can race to the bottom, and what happens is we're essentially trying to steal power from one another. If I can be the biggest victim, if I can be the most aggrieved, if I can be the biggest put upon, if I can be the most misunderstood, then I get to be right. And if I can't be right, at least you're wrong. And that's a good plan B. Okay. And what happened is we're all out there trying to deal with our insecurities and our inferiorities and our anger and our hurts and our pain and our past experiences. And it's all playing out, not all of it, but we're playing it out in this theater of social media and trying to, we're all acting on what's happening to us. We're all projecting our stuff outward. And this is what got me in trouble on the internet when I mentioned the fact that if you're really self-righteous about something, particularly about the opposite sex, if you really got an issue of some kind, that's probably yours.
How dare you say that?
You're probably taking something that you're carrying and you're projecting it outward. You really are. And I don't. And again, I'm not saying anything about anybody's particular individual experience, but as a general rule, if you want to know where someone's full of crap, go to where they're self-righteous.
Well, and the thing is, I like the way you qualified that. You didn't say absolutely, positively, this is for sure you. You're saying it's probably that. That doesn't mean everybody. So if somebody's getting all upset over it, they could be the exception to the rule. Absolutely. There could be a different reason.
There's always an exception to the rule. And we talked a little bit about this last time when we were talking about nuance. There's always an exception to the rule. And that's perfectly fine. Yeah. It's just we need to recognize that.
If somebody listening would like to, first of all, follow you on social media so they can get in on the fight, no, that's not what they want. If they want to follow you to maybe get some more information about Sioux Falls Hypnosis, how do they find you? What's the best way, and where all can they go?
You can go to SiouxFallsHypnosis.com, look at my website. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Sioux Falls Hypnosis, or my name, Dr. Daniel Burow. You can find me on TikTok. I put out a couple of videos a week along the same things we're talking about. You can look me up there at Sioux Falls Hypnosis. And you can call me at 605-702-6691.
Very nice. And you also have a couple of books they can find on Amazon.
Yes, you can track me down on Amazon. Look me up by name.
He's everywhere. Again, Dr. Dan from Sioux Falls Hypnosis. If you'd like to find him online, again, the website, SiouxFallsHypnosis.com. And if you caught the tail end of this and you're going, hey, I'd like to know more about that, we save this program as a podcast as well. And we quite often have little bonus editions on there where there's a little more than we have time for on the radio. And you can find that at SiouxFallsPodcast.com.